This is the AdHero Podcast, the podcast that reveals marketing tips, trends, and techniques by industry experts, insiders, and influencers. For years, AdSymble has helped businesses develop and launch campaigns to amplify their message, establish authority, and earn their lion's share of the market. This podcast will help you design and supercharge your plan to make an impact with valuable lessons you can apply in your business today. To get more information or start now, visit adsymbol.com. That's AdSemble.com. Let's get started.
Welcome back to the AdHero Podcast. This is the bonus episode here with Blake and Stephanie, power couple from Pure Materials. And guys, thanks for joining us back again in the studio. We wanted to ask you a couple of quick follow-up questions from last week's show. Are you guys ready for these bonus questions?
Sure.
Yes.
All right. Gino, take it away.
All right. So, since 2020, a lot of people come like creative with their homes. I've noticed. Do you know of like the percentage of U.S. homes that have added ADUs since 2020? And is there a trend happening in the next 5 to maybe even 10 years?
I wouldn't say I know the actual percentage, but what I do know is that there's been about almost 800 permit requests for ADUs since 2019 till now.
Wow. Dang.
So
Okay.
we are definitely a growing market. I know that LA's at 1,200, so we're half of that. So there's definitely
11,000.
11,000.
Damn. Yeah, probably speaks to your guys' point about there just being this massive shortage of homes. People are really looking to this option as a way that they can land in the Bay Area and have a place to live. So, but like Jane was saying, are you guys projecting that trend to continue to rise over the next 5 to 10 years? Like keep going up even bigger?
So 100%. Me and Stephanie definitely see this as a opportunity that is only going to continue to expand. As Stephanie was mentioning, she was definitely very right. Here in the Bay Area, there's only been about 800 plus permit requests for ADUs over the last 3 years. And as mentioned, there's 11,000 requests that have happened in the greater LA market. And so point is that a lot of people just haven't really realized this as an option, especially because the law passed in 2019 and it's not something that's being like publicly advertised. But the next thing that's also going to help our industry continue to boom is that they passed the SB 9 law, which allows for single family residents of a certain size to actually subdivide the lot. And so if they do it correctly, they can subdivide a lot, build a brand new single family home, and then they can ADU them both again. And now that means that's 6 units off one huge lot, right? And in addition, if you don't have as much capital, another option that you have is you can subdivide the land, sell the land as raw land, take that cash and then use it to build up the land that you currently have, and then you can still sell. So there is a quick real estate hack to make hopefully at least $1 million or $2 million.
It's like everybody can be like that little Monopoly guy and just start like stacking properties on top of properties and like
Exactly what it is.
In regards to plumbing and electricity, do ADUs automatically come with those features, or are those amenities sold separately?
We definitely take care of the trenching and connection for you. We're a turnkey solution. So yeah, it does. The only thing that it doesn't actually come with, and depending on the city guidelines, you would have to take a look into, is having the meters separately, right? Separate from the home, because it's not an actual new property. It's still connected to the main dwelling unit. Does that answer the question?
Yeah. So the water, electricity does come with it, but it's all routed off of the main house's lines.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Okay, cool. And in some cases, you could have it separately metered. It depends on the county or the structure or something like that.
Yeah, I believe here in San Jose, we no longer do gas, right, Blake?
Okay.
Gas or water? Which one is it?
So they're not allowing for gas anymore. It's a little weird because some things are still gas, like the what's the word I'm looking for? The
like natural gas or
No, the water heater. So the
Okay.
tankless water heater still requires gas, but certain things like stoves and stuff like that, they're trying to go towards more electric. Essentially, another thing that Stephanie was bringing up is that you can separate your gas, you can separate your electricity, so you can give them their own separated PG&E bill, which for our company is a $4,000 additional cost on top of building, which is great because the unit will also get its own separated address. But you can't separate the water. And so the only thing you can do is get a separate water meter to read how much they're using and then do your own calculations. So typically what we recommend is that you skip out on the meter and just simply charge more to your tenant for water.
Nice.
Let's say someone's in the market and they're seeing ads about all these ADUs. And actually I have one.
Okay, nice.
Really old though, but where I live, I have like a lot of land. I've actually thought about doing more, but the ads I see are more of these like prefab ones. Are those just like cheap and just they're knocking them out throughout these like factories? And if you go with something more custom, like what you're talking about, it may take longer to build, but it's going to be probably stronger. Is that like a fair assessment?
I like the way that Blake answers this to the client, so I'm going to let him take this one.
Nice.
So pretty simple. What I always tell all of our customers is, look, here's the deal for the prefabricated. Depending on what you're building, we probably can still build it cheaper. I know that our 2-bedroom is cheaper than a lot of other 2-bedrooms on the market from like Modal Living or what's another one?
Villa Homes.
Yeah. So
cottage.
Yep. So we actually offer one of the best rates in the market. We're typically $20,000 to $60,000 cheaper. And if you mention that Mateo sent you, then we'll go ahead and throw in maybe one of the utility meters on us. So
oh, nice.
Promo code Mateo.
or if you heard it on the AdHero podcast, either one.
Yep. You heard it here first. So as far as getting a prefab versus doing it with us, when you do a prefabricated build, the problem is that when an appraiser comes out to the house, they're going to look and then they're going to realize that it's a prefabricated. The same way it comes in is the same way it can come out, right? You brought it in on a crane. It means that as the homeowner, you can decide to sell the house and say, perfect, pack up my ADU, put it back on a trailer and take it. And so it doesn't increase the equity of the home the same. However, if you build stick built from the ground up, that is now solid, it's solidified to that property. It's in concrete, right? You can't take that out unless you actually destroy it and then take the rubble, right? So it will increase the value drastically if you just build it from the ground up. I always say we're not missing any meals, so I'm not here to just convince you to only buy from us. If you want to do a prefabricated build, reasons that you would consider is if you needed a quick turnaround time, you can probably have that built in your yard in about 6 months. So basically, as soon as the permitting is done, that would be one thing to consider. Also, if you think it's just going to be temporary and you'd like to move that to the next home, then that would be another reason. But if you think you're going to be at this house for 5, 10 plus years, you might as well build it from the ground up, because when it comes time to sell that property, you're going to go ahead and thank everybody on this podcast.
Nice. That makes a lot of sense. Well, here's a little more of a fun slated question for both of you. You introduced Blake. You said, hey, Stephanie and I, we're a power couple. We're a power couple in this game. We're doing big things. I loved hearing that, because I know that's really popular right now, to see a husband and wife kind of conquering entrepreneurs, conquering a territory and industry. So as a power couple, do you guys see yourself trying to get a show like on Netflix or Amazon, kind of chronicling your journey, building out these ADUs, kind of like Selling Sunset or like one of these real estate shows on Bravo? Like, does anything crazy ever happen when you're building these ADUs that would be like really entertaining for people to watch like every single week? Like, tell us more about that.
You wanna take this one, Viv, or should I?
No, I don't know.
I'll hear from the both of you.
We
put you both on the hot seat.
We actually had a joke about this. I'm like, just like any other couple, like we have our days, right? Like first and foremost, we have our own days. So I actually told Stephanie, like, dude, we've got to start a reality TV show. Like, I bet you we could sell our clips to Netflix if we just got someone to follow us, you know, all day. And so one of our friends or family members made a joke and said that we should call it Silicon Valley Housewives. And basically my thought is that, you know, we're serial entrepreneurs. As mentioned, we do have another company. We're also considering starting another. More importantly, another thing that we're excited about, and maybe for some of your speakers, we are going to be opening up in the Los Angeles market as well as the San Diego market in the next 6 months. So
Nice.
as far as, you know, a TV show, we would definitely love to. We're also going to be throwing our own podcast in here too, which is called Taking Chances with Blake and Steph. And obviously you guys will have to be on that one as well.
I love it. I love that concept. And for some reason, I can totally vision this being a show. I think you guys would crush it on a Netflix show. I mean, for sure. I haven't seen anything like that. So, you know, and there's a lot of power couples out there that love watching other power couples. So I think you'd have like an automatic built-in audience. But we wish you guys the best of luck. Hey, one more time for this episode here, where can our listening audience find you guys, connect with you guys? What direction you want to point them to?
So we're on all social media platforms. It's going to be at Pure Materials LLC.
Okay.
If you do want to get in contact with us, you can give us a call as well at 408-459-6939.
And the website is purematerials.us.
Correct.
Correct.
Yes. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, there it is. Thank you so much for joining us for this bonus episode. It's great to have you back, and we'll be sure to keep tabs on your guys' progress as you guys conquer the ADU industry worldwide. And we're going to say, hey, they were on the podcast when they were just in the Bay Area. Don't forget.
Thank you guys for having us. It was so much fun.
Appreciate that. It was an honor to be on here. Thank you guys.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.